Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Chiefs win. Cry, Eagles, cry.
Great, excited to be back in the league.
You know, every day I got the Three Stooges in the studio with me is a good fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So let's make sure he gets that bag.
F-R-A-U-D-S, fries! Woo!
Justin's way ahead in picks. That's all that you need to fucking know.
Show's over.
Show's over. We're going home. I'd like to welcome you back to another page of the Playbook Sports Podcast.
Real quick, hammer out a power rankings. Top 5 power rankings. Addison, lead us off, brother.
Well, I'll start with 1 and go down. I'm sure that we're all going to have this team, Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah.
We just gushed about them for 30 minutes. Plus, the run differential is insane. They scored 114 runs, like around 42. And when you're pushing almost 100 runs over your runs scored
That's crazy.
2 weeks in, come on. I mean, 3 weeks in, come on. You're joking. Number 2 here, I'm going to go the Braves. Like you said, Colin, on the win streak right now. It's 6 games, 7-3 in the last 10. Offense is playing well. It's just the magic formula they have there. They figured it out to get young players good, get them signed and locked in to be the Brave for the future, and that's what they are. Number 3, I'm going to go the Yankees. Just right back here again, Garrett Cole pitching out of his skull. I will say Stanton just got put on the IL, but is that a shocker to anybody? No. I mean, he's going to visit it a couple more times as well this year. As long as you keep Judge out of there, as long as you can, you're going to be able to compete. And a couple other teams, I mean, tough not to have a division rival right there with them, with the Blue Jays, also 10-6, and the offense just runs pretty much 9 deep. Yeah, I mean, they got an offense 1 through 6 that's at least terrifying. And if their pitching's there, they're going to be able to score runs. I mean, it is weird. They have a 0 run differential. I mean, 80 scored, 80 allowed, but now their offense has got the chance to put 10+ up any day. And, I mean, Bo Bichette's playing out of his skull. Vlad Jr.'s a home run potential in the at-bat. It's just good luck. Got to throw the Mets in there as well, Colin. You brought up I think, Nate, you might have said it. They're without Verlander, too, right now. The guy they went out and got replaced DeGrom. And they haven't had him around, but it's sort of just pretty much how it's been. You don't have DeGrom, you don't have Verlander right now. It's all right. We know how to win. We know how to compete. And I think they're floating. I don't want to put the Brewers in here. But I have to, man. We got 11 wins. Right up there in the National League, right behind Atlanta, right above New York. Their pitching staff is pitching well, and their offense is playing better than I expected. And if they can keep that going, the NL Central, it's not, I would say it's open. I think all the teams can compete, but if they're able to play well all year, like they have, they're going to have it in the bag just because the team, it's going to be a good division to fight in, but the way they play early is just, they've got the handle on it. So I got to have them as my 5.
Yeah.
And
So what are you?
Just kidding. Because you said
just missed. God dang it. So let's hear your top 5 again from 1 to 5 for me. Rays, Braves, Yankees, Mets, Brewers.
Yep.
Okay.
I might have actually said 6 there, did I?
You did, because the Blue Jays. I was trying to figure out where you worked the Blue Jays in.
Yes.
You bastard.
Yes.
You had one job.
So who is it?
5A, 5B there then.
No.
Yeah.
You got to pick one, Buster.
Then drive
Screw the
Brewers.
Brewers. Yeah, flag on the play. Flag on the
All
play.
right, red card.
Yep.
Yeah,
VAR. Not allowed.
gone. Oh, I'm out of here.
Love it.
Who
Colin,
is it? Jays or Brewers?
he said Jays.
Jays. Yeah, screw the Brewers.
Okay.
Screw the Brewers. I think I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it all year. Yeah, that's the thing. Their
That's
offense isn't gonna be able to contain. I mean, their pitching staff's good, but is it enough to carry this? Man, they're playing out of their skull right now.
I like it.
Offensively, at least.
True.
Yeah.
Colin, your top 5.
All right, I'm just gonna rattle through these because we've talked about these teams on extent.
Mhm.
Tampa Bay Rays number 1, obviously. Atlanta Braves number 2, obviously. I'm gonna take the Mets over the Yankees at number 3 here. Very similar teams. I just for some reason trust that Mets lineup just a touch more. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a big Yankee guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees at 4. With that being said, I have both New York, 3rd and 4th on the list here. And then for the time being, I do have Milwaukee edging out Toronto at 5. Just pitching staff, I think, alone is just the difference for me.
Braves,
Wow.
Brewers, Mets, Yankees, Brewers. Braves, Braves, Mets, Yankees, Brewers.
I actually do want to
Yeah.
make an amendment to mine. I actually put the Cubs 5. All out of their mind right now. Say it's back. Cubs are back. We are good. We are good. We are good.
We are
Where's
good.
Miguel
No
Montero?
Miguel Montero to tell you you're
Come
good
on,
anymore.
man.
I did love that Bellinger robbed Hayward of a home run. That's
Love that.
hilarious.
Why does
That
Hayward
was
go
an
to
awesome
LA
moment.
and potentially have like 4 nukes? Like that would have been his 4th nuke.
Yep.
Pisses me off. This guy comes to the Cubs and we paid him a bag, 160 million to have a good locker room speech, but it was worth it. It was
Hey,
worth
if it
it.
worked, it worked.
Yeah, love Belly, Robin Hayward. Did love
Yeah, that
seeing
was
him.
fun.
Did like
But yeah, Colin, I obviously agree with you. I had the 5 written down myself. Rays, Braves, Mets, Yankees, Brewers. I have the Mets over the Yankees as well, mainly because the Mets have won 4 in a row and they do not have Verlander yet, which means that they're going to get him back at some point. And they did just call up Brett Beatty, their
Yep.
second best prospect, right behind Francisco Alvarez up, which I like them bringing him up. So I do like the Mets, man. I had them as my I think it's my 2 in the East at the beginning of the year, but competing with the Braves, and they're doing that. They're only 2 games back, man. It's going to be a good race. And then I do like the Yankees at 4, and I can't ignore the Brewers at 11 and 5. I just can't. I don't think their offense is good enough to sustain this season and the current projections that they're on. But for the time being, the first 10% of the season, I have them as the 5th best team. Yeah.
Real quick, also, you talked about Bellinger and Hayward, the robbing, obviously. What do you guys think about the umpire giving a strike violation to Bellinger for stepping out and getting a standing ovation in his first at bat back in LA?
I hate it. I hate it a lot.
it's
Read the
so
room.
tough because then you look at there was another situation where they didn't. They
McCutcheon, they allowed him to take the full ovation.
So it's like clearly the ump's just got to stick up his ass and he's thinking, oh, MLB's watching me not give a strike violation. And it's like, yeah, they watched you give one, moron. Like that's a guy that won a World Series with that team, won an MVP there. Obviously, some ups and downs.
Rookie of the year.
Left town. I mean, but he was the show. I mean, he was the show, star of the show for a while there. And let the fans enjoy a player coming back. At the end of the day, that's what this game's all about.
Yeah.
And I will say, I've heard some arguments about just the game speed in general. With games, I mean, put multiple games this year under 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's fans that travel hours more than what it is to watch. You know what I mean? To enjoy the game now with it sped up. Let's not ruin these moments. We don't have to have no moments that are slow in baseball. Let's just eliminate the stupid stuff with the batting gloves, but we can enjoy a player coming back to the team.
An ovation.
From the fans.
Right. What are we doing?
I'm sorry, if a guy goes 4 for 4 from the dish and has hit 4 nukes, I expect him to come out of that dugout.
Get a curtain call
for a couple seconds here, man. It's not, and if that interferes with the clock, whatever,
Right. Let's enjoy the game too.
Yeah, just tough for the you got to be present. You got to be present where you're at, man, and understand. Like this is a guy coming back to a team again, and I understand. Like it's not a legend, I guess you want to say, from McCutcheon to Pittsburgh, but still, it's a player coming back that they clearly want to give a standing O to. Let's let it happen.
Agreed. Yeah, I hated it. I'm just done with the ump show, man. Like, just be there. I don't want to talk about them. I'm sick of it. Every single year, we have to talk about the umps because they're doing some more stupid shit and they're missing calls. And then they're getting angry that other people are getting angry. It's like, no. Just do your job. Just do your job. Don't make it about you. Nobody wants it to be about you. Like, did you guys see in college? I know it's a little bit different, a little off topic before we wrap up here, but did you guys see that the one kid hit the tank and got the strikeout and flex and got pumped and got tossed immediately? Come on, man.
Dude,
let the kids play.
Come on, that's not. He looked at the batter or the dugout for maybe 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
And flexed. I mean, come on, man. Like what? Like, and then I loved his teammate who hit the home run and just robot to the dugout because that's what do you want? You want players to show no emotion here? Because sorry, that's a hype moment, big play. He yelled for 2 seconds, not an obscenity at a player, nothing like that. Just screamed.
Yeah.
So what are we like? Come on, man. Again, the best situation for any official in any sport is they don't even know your name. They just see you and go, oh, that's the good one. You know what I mean?
Got a good one.
Know your name because it's never brought up. I know Angel Hernandez because he's a terrible ump.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I knew Joe West, sure, because he'd been there for 30 years because he had been bad for 20 of the 30 years. You know what I mean? That's why I know them. I don't even know the umpire that had the 99.8 accuracy last year, 1 strike.
1 minute.
But guess what? If I saw his face, I'd go, "Oh, that's that guy," because that's a good ump. You know what I mean? I don't need to know his name. I know who it is. I know he's going to be a good ump. Simple as that. Yeah, we don't want to know your name. We just need to know your face, man.
Agreed.
I would say you can add CB Buckner to that list as well of shit umps. Fun story. Last year, my mom's side of the family lives out in Arizona. Obviously, you guys
I know
both
what you're talking
that.
about. Uh-huh.
Every time I try to plan a trip out there to see them when the Cardinals are in town, naturally, because you get to go to the game. You know, they're Cardinal fans. I'm a Cardinal fan. Go out there, visit them. We get to go to a ball game. Well, my mom likes to go over the top, and we'll go to a couple of games. Well, we went to that Friday night first game last year. You know, they announced the umpires before the game. Second base ump, CB Buckner. I just slouched my seat. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
She's like, what? I'm like, this ump sucks. Well, here comes Sunday. He's the home plate ump. Fucks up several calls. Tosses Ali Marmol, Cardinals manager, from the game during the game. And it's like, you're a son of a bitch, CB Buckner. So add him to the list.
And did you see this thing in the spring training where MLB had to investigate it, actually? Because Ali Marmol, he was umping one of our spring training games, and Ali Marmol walked up to shake his hand, and CB Buckner looked at him and looked away, like wouldn't shake his hand. So he's like, hey, this guy can't manage our games if he's not going to manage it fairly. He clearly doesn't like me. This is a problem.
It's stupid, but it's the ump who got tossed, who never was able to ump another Dunlap game, dude, because he hated Dunlap or something, man. Because and it's dumb, but when we were playing it, dude, he had a terrible call. And it's like to find out, oh, the guy hates Dunlap, and it's like, well, I mean, you tell me. It's like you can't have these prejudices. That's a stupid high school game. That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. These guys are getting paid millions of dollars, and you're affecting guys' money because if guys get cut because that was the final straw, bad game, had to do better than 0 for 4, you're getting cut or you're getting sent down and never called back up again.
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, that's how it impacts you. You don't get in trouble for being a trash ump. And I mean, every player, sure, you don't get playoff games. Oh, darn, you still get paid pretty well to do what you do. And at the end of the day, players are right, man. If these umps miss calls and aren't up to standard, they need to be fined, stuff like that. I know that's a little harsh, but it's like you got to be held to a standard because we hold players to it as well. It's a business on that side, should be for the umps as well.
Agreed. But that's all I've got for you guys tonight. We're going to save NBA talk for a little bit further down the road. This is our first of 16 or so MLB updates, but anything else you guys want to add before we call it a night here?
Nope, sounds good.
That's all, baby.
All right. Yeah. Hey, go Cardinals. Cubs stink. Business as usual. Yeah, that's right.
Hopefully the Cardinals can get Ketel Marte out because they haven't been able to tonight at all, it doesn't seem.
No, no shit.
Baby, top 7, 2 on, nobody out.
Here comes a triple play. Don't worry. But all right, everybody, thank you guys for stopping by. We appreciate it. Stay active on the TikTok. We post videos every single day. And we'll keep the content coming. So thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you in the next one.
Wow.
Bye.